The noise level at Hallis Hall is shifting as we navigate the complexities of the current roster construction. I have spent the morning digging into the latest maneuvers, and it is clear that the front office is prioritizing long-term stability over short-term fixes. We are seeing a concerted effort to fortify the back end of the defense, a move that signals a broader philosophical shift in how this coaching staff plans to neutralize opposing passing attacks. This is not just a depth signing, it is a calculated bet on versatile personnel. The Chicago Bears have officially inked a 2-year contract with defensive back Cam Lewis, a move confirmed by the organization this past Friday. This transaction serves as a foundational piece in the team's pursuit of a more resilient and adaptable secondary for the 2026 season. By securing Cam Lewis now, the front office is clearly signaling their intent to mitigate the volatility that often characterizes NFL defensive backfields. The process leading up to this signing was characterized by a meticulous evaluation of available talent, with the team specifically targeting players who demonstrate high football intelligence and an ability to contribute immediately across multiple defensive packages. Cam Lewis brings a professional pedigree that is essential for a team looking to transition from a rebuilding phase to a consistent playoff contender. The atmosphere inside the facility indicates that the coaching staff used this addition as a stabilizing force, someone capable of transitioning into various roles depending on the specific personnel groupings utilized by their opponents. When analyzing the current landscape of the secondary, it becomes evident that depth is not merely an auxiliary concern, it is a vital prerequisite for survival in a division as competitive as the NFC North. The acquisition of Cam Lewis provides the team with a reliable insurance policy, ensuring that the defensive scheme remains intact even in the face of inevitable injuries or fatigue throughout the long season. Fans have been vocal about their desire to see the team shore up the defensive backfield, and this move directly addresses those concerns with a player who has shown the technical discipline required to excel in modern defensive systems. The contract structure, spanning 2 years, reflects a mutual commitment between the organization and the athlete, suggesting that the team envisions a sustained role for him within their defensive rotation. Furthermore, the timing of the announcement, occurring well ahead of the heavy offseason workload, allows the coaching staff to integrate him seamlessly into the defensive terminology and expectations well before the high-pressure environment of the regular season begins to build. Every decision made during this window of time is weighed against the long-term vision for the roster, and the decision to prioritize the secondary highlights a clear understanding of the evolving nature of the game, where the ability to defend the pass is the single most important factor in determining win probabilities. The scouting department has clearly identified specific traits in his game that align with the team's aggressive defensive philosophy, and their ability to get a deal done early demonstrates a focused approach to roster building. We are looking at a scenario where the team is not just filling a spot on the depth chart, but actively curating a locker room environment that rewards consistency, preparation, and high-level execution under pressure. This signing is a testament to the front office's commitment to building from the back forward, ensuring that the defensive line gets the support it needs to pin their ears back and wreak havoc on opposing quarterbacks, because the back end is locked down.
If you want to keep getting exclusive insights like this, subscribe now to the channel and turn on notifications. We are committed to bringing you the most accurate updates from the heart of the Chicago Bears organization.
When we dissect the signing of Cam Lewis from a tactical perspective, we must look at how his specific skill set interacts with the existing scheme. In a defensive system that relies heavily on nickel and dime personnel, having a defensive back who understands spatial awareness and zone coverage nuances is paramount. Cam Lewis offers exactly that type of versatility, allowing the coaching staff to utilize more creative blitz packages without compromising the integrity of the back seven. The financial implications of this 2-year deal are equally significant, as they provide the front office with the necessary flexibility to navigate the salary cap while still maintaining a competitive roster. By locking in a player like Cam Lewis for multiple years, the team avoids the recurring uncertainty of the free agency market for this specific position, allowing them to focus their financial resources on other critical needs, such as the offensive line or the pass rush. The cap hit is structured in a way that remains team-friendly, ensuring that the organization does not paint itself into a corner as they continue to evaluate their long-term needs. Looking at his scouting report, it is clear that his fundamental technique is what sets him apart from other options available on the open market. He displays a high level of discipline in his backpedal and a quick reaction time when the ball is in the air, which are non-negotiable traits for any player expected to contribute in this particular system. The coaches have emphasized the importance of communication in the secondary, and Cam Lewis has shown throughout his career that he is a reliable communicator, which will be vital during pre-snap adjustments. adjustments when the crowd noise is at its peak. This move is not just about raw athletic ability, it is about finding a player who can process information at a high level and execute the defensive coordinator's vision under the duress of a live game. The analytical data suggests that teams with a consistent secondary rotation are significantly more efficient on third down stops, and by adding depth through this signing, the team is positioning itself to improve in that crucial area. Furthermore, the psychological impact on the rest of the defensive unit cannot be overlooked. Having a reliable veteran presence behind the starters creates a culture of accountability and high standards. When the starters know that their backup is capable of stepping in without a significant drop-off in production, they are empowered to play with more aggression and confidence. This synergy is what separates good defenses from great ones in the modern NFL. We have seen how injuries in the secondary can derail a season, and the front office has clearly taken that lesson to heart. The investment in Cam Lewis is an investment in the overall health of the defense, providing a buffer that will be tested throughout the grueling 17-game schedule. As the team moves into the next phase of their offseason program, the integration of his skill set will be a primary focus for the staff. The expectation is that he will immediately challenge for snaps in the rotation, pushing the incumbent players to elevate their own performance in order to secure their roles. It is a classic move designed to increase competition across the board, which invariably leads to better overall team production.
Looking toward the future, the signing of Cam Lewis represents a broader commitment to establishing a championship-caliber culture. The team is currently in a window where every personnel decision is measured against the ultimate goal of contending for a title. By securing depth pieces that are both reliable and affordable, the front office is demonstrating a level of maturity that is often missing from teams in the middle of a transition. The reaction from the fan base has been overwhelmingly positive, as supporters recognize the need for a fortified secondary to compete with the high-powered offenses within the division. This move directly addresses the anxiety that many fans feel regarding the team's ability to hold leads in the fourth quarter. If the team can consistently force punts on third down, the offense gets more opportunities to control the clock and put games away. The rivalry impact is also significant. Playing against teams that prioritize passing attacks requires a deep and talented secondary. Having a player like Cam Lewis on the roster allows the defensive coordinator to match up against various personnel groupings without constantly having to adjust the entire defensive structure, which is a major tactical advantage during divisional games. As we analyze the trajectory of the franchise, it is clear that they are building a foundation that is designed to last beyond a single season. The choice of a 2-year deal for Cam Lewis shows that the front office is thinking about the sustainability of their success. They are not looking for quick fixes that might cause cap issues down the line. Instead, they are investing in players who fit the specific culture and scheme they are trying to implement. This is a disciplined approach that aligns with the long-term vision of the head coach and the general manager. When we consider the historical context of the team, this move feels like a step toward reclaiming the identity that made the franchise so successful in previous eras. The emphasis on defensive fundamentals, communication, and high IQ play is a hallmark of the most successful teams in league history. We are seeing a modern iteration of that philosophy, adapted for today's high-speed, pass-heavy game. The impact of this signing will be felt throughout the locker room, as it signals that the front office is serious about providing the tools necessary for the coaches to succeed. It creates a sense of confidence that is essential for a team aiming to make a deep playoff run. As we look at the upcoming schedule, the ability to rotate players effectively will be a key differentiator. The depth added by this signing ensures that the team can withstand the inevitable wear and tear of the season without losing their competitive edge. It is a strategic move that reflects a clear understanding of what it takes to win in this league. The team is not just planning for the next game, they are planning for the entire season and beyond. By staying the course and making these types of calculated additions, they are setting themselves up for long-term growth and consistency. The fans should be encouraged by this, as it shows that the leadership is not panicking, but is instead executing a well-thought-out plan. We will continue to track how his role develops during the upcoming mini-camps and training camp sessions, as those periods will be crucial for his integration into the starting rotation. The addition of Cam Lewis is a clear indicator that the front office is serious about tightening the screws on the defensive side of the ball. It is a move that balances immediate tactical needs with long-term financial health. As we look ahead to the draft and the remainder of the offseason, one thing is certain: the competition in this locker room is only going to get fiercer. This is exactly what a team needs to reach the next level. Now, I want to hear from you. How do you think this signing impacts the defensive ceiling for the upcoming season? Does this give you more confidence in the secondary? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay tuned.